Hey everyone, Nick here. Before this video starts, I want to say that the room I'm currently recording in is a bit more echoey than normal, so I couldn't do the normal audio editing that I usually do because it would sound really bad. So if you notice the audio sounds a little different today, that's why, and with that, enjoy the video. Hey, what's up guys, it's Nick and welcome back to Assassin's Creed 2. In the last episode, we left off with 60% of my bloodline getting hung and running away after my sword was snapped in half. Let's get into it. Now, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether my family is alive or dead, I still gotta get those viewpoints. So my grieving process began with that. It really softened the blow. I then did my main mission, which was to go to my mother and sister's hideout. And it was one of those, damn, why do I gotta say it again? We just did this in Dishonored with the Golden Cat. You saw the women. You know what this is. Not sure why my family has been hiding out here, but yeah, it's happening, and I can't do anything about it. In the place, a woman named Paula introduced herself to me, told me I was a terrible assassin, and gave me the most reptilian smile I've ever seen. When we ventured into the sunlight, I met a bunch of courtesans. Thank you, game. That is a fantastic word. It makes their profession sound fancy. Anyway, she taught me some techniques like blending in with crowds. I'm not sure how Ezio didn't know this previously because it's not exactly a crazy concept. The pimp also taught me to pickpocket people and told me to practice by robbing her women. I then straight up stole all the money from them and ran away. This is also after I went on a rampage beating the piss out of them. Once I went back, they proceeded to coo over me, calling me cute and innocent. So they're fairly unintelligent. For my next mission, I had to go to Mr. Da Vinci's workshop to repair my father's hidden blade. When I arrived, he did so by decoding a scroll I had. He then held a cleaver to my face, telling me that he needed to remove my ring finger. Alright, dude, you're out of your fucking... Wait, Ezio, you're just gonna accept this? You're cool with this? Oh, Da Vinci, you little rapscallion. I knew you were a prankster from the beginning. You got me good, you little scoundrel. After that practical joke, he told me to bring more of the scrolls when I had found them, and we heard guards knocking at the door. The guy questioned my boy Da Vinci about hanging out with me, which is apparently illegal. You kidnap one family, and all of a sudden, the whole world's freaking the hell out. Anyways, this prompted the guard to give Da Vinci the kindest beating I've ever seen. What a gentleman. He clearly doesn't want to actually hurt him. Oh, okay, Ezio, maybe that wasn't really necessary. Leonardo then asked me that I bring the corpse into his workshop. Yeah, I don't know about that one. That's a very alarming request. Da Vinci, please get help. This isn't right. It's not worth it, man. I left the necrophiliac alone and went back to my pimp friend. She told me that Uberto would be attending an unveiling of some new artwork in Santa Crotch or some shit. I managed to catch him with his walk buddy, and although I was 100 feet away, I could still hear his conversation crystal clear. My objective was to follow Uberto without being caught, and I followed him to some painting that he was gawking over. I then revealed myself to Uberto, and when I very slowly moved towards him, he had the bright idea to stay completely fucking still in hopes that I wouldn't see him. This is insulting, dude. You think I'm that stupid? When he was dead, I proclaimed to the crowd that the Auditore bloodline still lived on in Ezio and that we had not been defeated yet. The guards then closed in on me, and I took that as a cue to leave. When I was on my way to my next mission, I found a weird bright symbol on a wall. I was very confused by this, and the team outside the Animus found that there was a computer code when analyzing the symbol, and I guess they uploaded it to me. I'm not sure what that means, but all of a sudden I saw only geometric shapes in a sort of void, and a dude that called himself Subject 16 began speaking. He sounded very frantic and nervous, like a man that's got the taco shits and can't find a bathroom, so he runs around with his ass clenched. Anyways, the guy said that we were lied to this whole time, everything we knew was completely false, and he uploaded the evidence that proved these claims. Apparently, there was this guy Subject 16, and what is basically his brain was uploaded to the Animus. So he hacked the machine while he was alone and did all this, I guess. In short, crazy dude hides symbol around virtual Italy, and we have to find them all to figure out if the Illuminati exists or not. For my first puzzle, I had to pick 5 of the 10 images on the screen that had a core similarity. It's apples. It's fucking apples. Like the core of the apple. After that adrenaline-filled adventure, the piece of Eden from the first game showed up. The piece of Eden, if you didn't watch me play the first game, although it wouldn't matter because I didn't explain it there either, is basically a device that creates illusions and causes people to see crazy events that were later deemed as biblical events and things like that. Altair was able to get his hands on it at the end of the first game, taking it from Al-Mulin, but we don't know where it went after that. By the way, I didn't actually get any of that from the game, I literally just quoted the damn wiki. Sorry to bore you with all that exciting lore. Once I completed the puzzle, a passcode was given to me, and when I entered it, I got about 9 frames of what looks like to be butt-ass naked people jumping. Wonderful. I returned to the woman who I completely forgot the name of, and she told me that I was extremely wanted, and that there are people, quite literally, around every single corner that will not hesitate to kill me. To fix this, I have to take down 4 posters and everybody on planet planet Earth will have no idea who I am. Yeah, that checks out. Once I was done with that, as promised, everyone turned a blind eye to me, as if the posters I took down in the last 5 minutes had that much of an impact. When I completed that task, I finally got to see my sister and mother, who still hadn't heard about the hangings of my brothers and father. Wow, you're really gonna make me tell them right here, right now. My mother hasn't even spoken since the whole incident, and now I gotta lay this bomb on them. Once I told them the tragic news, Claudia had the correct reaction, but I guess my mother went into a vegetable state because she kept her poker face and didn't react in the slightest. Not even a single tear for your children? Yikes. Anyways, I then had to escort my family out of the city into Monteriggioni. Along the way, I was so fed up with these people getting in my way that I just stabbed one of them. I understand that it's not exactly ethical, but I couldn't stand another one of these dudes getting in my way. Believe me, if you played this game, you know the feeling. So when we got right outside of Monteriggioni, the young potsy dude from the beginning of the game showed up and attacked me, but his plans were foiled when my Uncle Mario materialized out of thin air and we absolutely destroyed Potsy and his guards. Also, I guess the actual Mario lives in the Assassin's Creed universe in an alternate timeline because the man did this.
Do I know you from somewhere? Don't you recognize me?
It's me, Mario!
When we arrived at the villa, it was, to say the least, a shit show. It was bad. Dude, I came on this vacation to escape the confines of my city, but this is even worse. I would rather have dozens of soldiers tracking my location at every moment than this. At least the inside isn't all that bad. When I went to speak to Mario again, he told me that he was going to teach me how to fight because I barely got through that scrawny kid's defenses. When I was in the arena, Mario just straight up told me that Giovanni, my father, was an assassin. I kind of picked up on this with the whole secret room, assassin clothes, hidden blade, and sword, but Ezio isn't very bright and he wanted to continue to believe the story of him being a banker. Eventually, he began to accept it and Mario taught me fighting skills, including my favorite move, the counter kill. This and simply attacking are the only two maneuvers I need to know because everything else is useless. For my final boss in this minigame, I had to defeat my uncle in a fight, and the only thing I did the whole time was click my mouse button. It was brutal. You know, uncle, that was truly unnecessary for you to fight me and quite dumb at that. When I told Mario that my family and I would be sailing to Spain in a few days, he got pretty heated and stormed off. He didn't like that I was just throwing everything away and letting the bullies win. Apparently, since I arrived here, Vieri de Pazzi has been harassing my uncle. After his big baby bitch fit, I chased after him and he vanished, replaced by some random guard that probably wandered in here. He told me that my uncle set out to kill Vieri to end that asshole's reign and I left to join him in the fight. Once I was reunited with him, he explained the plan of attack and we traveled to the spot. The plan was that he and his men would distract the soldiers and I would have to sneak my way up the wall and get rid of the archers up on the roofs. I'm not sure why this was the plan because I got here like 20 minutes ago. Mario, what the hell would you have done if I hadn't shown up? Were you just riding on guilt tripping me so I would come here? This seems very on the spot and rushed. Anyways, he gave me some throwing knives so I could kill the archers and I effortlessly scaled the wall. I took out the guards with my knives and let Mario in. Step 2 to this plan was for me and a few men to distract more guards. Distract is code for slaughter. I guess my distraction game isn't all that great because I found my uncle in a huge battle and when I joined him in the fight, he told me to leave and find Vieri. I was very happy with this because this meant I would be the one killing the guy I had absolutely loathed from the beginning. I mean, who wouldn't hate a face like that? I found him talking to men I would later kill in the game, and he found out that Mario was in the city. He looked excited to get in on the action, but I found him being kept safe and sound high up in a tower where the boogeyman couldn't reach him. It seems like this guy is the definition of all talk. His guards were very poor in combat as I was able to take both of them out in under 30 seconds. You would think he would only take the best soldiers to protect him, but that would not be the case. Vieri actually did better in the fight than them. Still shit, but better. When I killed him, just like Assassin's Creed 1, we were transported to an endless nothingness where Ezio questioned Vieri. I asked him some questions and after giving a snarky response, he died. Little shit couldn't even give me anything before he croaked. Oh well, that's another Templar dead I guess, so can't be too mad. Mario found me screaming at his dead body and said, "Chill bro, he dead," which brought me back to my senses. Thanks Mario. I got some vital information from my uncle after arriving back at the villa. We left the after party and he told me about the guy in the red robe that was seen behind Uberto and talking to Vieri. His name is Rodrigo Borgia, who is one of the most powerful people in Europe and leader of the Templars. We have our guy. This is the man responsible for the murder of my father and brothers and me if I'm not careful. But before I kill him, I want him to feel hopeless and lost in this cruel, unforgiving world. So I'm gonna kill every other Templar under him, get rid of all of his friends, and then I'll kill him. And to start off this exciting adventure, I'm gonna kill Vieri's father, Francesco. Mario also told me about a codex wall I've been desperately wanting to know about since I got here. Apparently, this is where all of those codex pages I've been getting off screen go. As soon as I acquire them, they disappear from my inventory inventory and show up here. The ones on the wall now are the ones my father managed to get before croaking. It was also revealed to me that Altair actually wrote all the stuff on these pages, who said that there was something very powerful and ancient underneath the land. What that means, I have no idea, but time will tell me. After that, I found my sister writing in a book half her size, complaining about how Mario was making her do work, which was the worst possible thing that could happen to anyone. She told me that Mario asked her to try and find the money to repair the villa, and we were broke as hell. Yeah, you know, with the whole Templar situation and like the stuff with the pieces of Eden and all that, I'm not sure that this is the best thing we should be investing our time in. Just a personal opinion though. She told me that if I bring money in and pay for improvements to the town, she would keep track of them in the book. So basically, I've become the fucking mayor of Monteriggioni, and my sister is the treasurer. How the fuck did this happen? Who signed off on this? If you want my opinion on this, I don't really think my sister, the lazy teenager that has never done a single hour of labor in her life, is fit to keep track of the financial state of a town. I also don't think that I, Ezio, the assassin who works things out by the blade, don't really think I'm fit to run a town. There are some perks though, such as a box that Claudio will put our profits in, and that I can collect when I swing by. That's actually pretty cool, not gonna lie. And with that new responsibility on my shoulders, I think I'm gonna call it there. Thank you guys for watching this video, and if you liked it or have any feedback, make sure to leave it in the comments because I love reading them. Also, make sure to join my Discord because it's a great place to talk to me or my community. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video.